Mic test. All right, there we go. Make sure everything's up and working. All right, everybody, good morning. Spam here. How you doing? It's going to be a very short stream. Right. As of last night, I believe for the first time ever since I've been out here, in 10 years, there's never been an evacuation for the Jasper area. And Parks Canada issued the alert. The active alerts as of right now, we're going to go over. We're going to go over this very quickly. All right. And the current fire risk is extreme. There is information online and on Facebook for the township of Jasper for instructions on exactly what to do. Current conditions, right? Alberta wildfire map is looking pretty severe. Now, just an update here from the satellite sources updated a day ago, estimated 290 kilometers or 290 square kilometers are burned. Okay, and the Mackenzie County fire, that one's estimated to be a severe. They've upgraded that to severe. The other severe one we have, okay, that's Mackenzie. We just covered Mackenzie County. It looks like northeast Mackenzie County as well. We're just gonna move into this here. Get right into it. So Jasper's, let's go over this really quick. This is Alberta's active emergency alerts right now, okay? Updated as of 3:52 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Advisory for parts of Alberta description. This is a wildfire south of the town of Jasper. An evacuation order has been issued for the town of Jasper and Jasper National Park. This is extremely serious. If you are in that area, you need to pack your stuff and get out now. The alert went out last night. The alert went out almost 10 hours ago. Almost 10 hours ago. In 2 hours, it'll be 10 hours. In 2 hours, it'll be 12 hours from now. The alert went out. If you haven't, for some miracle, don't know what's going on there, or if you're in the area and you don't know what to do, hi, hockey kid. You're literally at hockey camp in the locker room. Nice. I hope you have a great day at hockey camp, bro. This is alert for everybody in Jasper National Park and the municipality of Jasper. More details. Let's go into that. So this will be affected areas of Improvement District number 12, Jasper, and yeah, the map area looks pretty horrible. I mean, it's not good conditions anytime when things are like that. I lost that one. So when we look at it here, it looks like the first alert went out last night at 9:59. A second one went out at 10:18. A third one went out at 11:09. A fourth one went out at 2:27 a.m. A fifth one has now been posted. for 3:52 a.m. Geez, I'm praying for everybody. I'm asking for your guys' prayers too for everybody, because that's I'm just going through a couple more key topic points here on the. Here we go. Second advisor I have, and this one came out at last night at 7:50 p.m. This description: this is a wildfire northwest of the community of Chippewan Lake, 16 kilometers from the Chippewan Road, that is threatening the evacuation route. This alert is still in effect for Chippewan Lake. It says affected areas is opportunity number 17. Evacuation order is still in effect for Chippewan Lake. Registered at reception center at the Wabasca Lakeview Sports Center, located at 102 Opportunity Drive. If you need transport, go to the Chippewan Lake Airstrip. If you need fuel, go to the MD. Transportation area, bring important documents, obviously. For updates, follow MD Opportunity 17 Emergency Management on Facebook and stay tuned to local media. Next, number 3. This is an Alberta emergency alert for the community of Javier, if I said that right. The hamlet of Javier is under evacuation alert due to a wildfire. Hamlet of Javier, regional municipality of Wood Buffalo. Details. Javier 194 Wood Buffalo. This is only an alert at this time. Be prepared. Be prepared to evacuate. Be prepared to evacuate on short notice. If escalated to an evacuation order, follow trusted sources, etc., etc. So right now, the regional municipality of Wood Buffalo is to be on high alert. All right, you guys stay on high alert. And those are the 3. And then now we're going to go through the alerts that have been canceled or expired within the past 24 hours. Really quickly, here we go. So canceled as of last night at 10:22 Mountain Standard Time. This alert for Source City Airdrie. Sorry. There's multiple fires burning in Jasper National Park area. An evacuation alert has been listed for the town Jasper and Jasper Park. Yeah, but there's cancellations in here for some reason. Oh, Airdrie. So the city of Airdrie is just to be on alert. Actions to take, though. This we cannot stress out enough right now. Actions to take for Jasper, everybody. You have no options. If you want to survive, get out of there now. That's no joke. You got to get the heck out of there now. That's for sure. And it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. No. When I'm zooming in on the map here, on the tablet, it's looking like it's going to rip right through Jasper. And if that's the case, it's going to put anything between, well, the 16's been closed towards Hinton. I know that for sure. And there's going to be more updates to come. But this is the updates we have so far, everybody. And I know some of the newscasters don't do the greatest job of covering this stuff. I was right on top of it last night. I'm sure there was a lot of other YouTubers out there that were reporting on it as well. I tried to get As soon as I had heard about it, I I almost couldn't believe it, right? Just wow. How could it be, right? Jasper of all places, Jasper National Park. If any of you have ever been to Alberta, it's literally one of the most beautiful places on earth. Jasper and Banff, beautiful places. We don't know that we don't even know what kind of damage and destruction is going to happen, but wildfires eat up pretty much everything in their path. Just to give you guys a heads up on that. There's not really much going on in the morning headlines. When we look at it, there's just more, you know, riffraff going on. The the Democrats are trying to hype up, you know who. Kamala Harris is not going to win. We know that. Scrolling down, right? And you take a look. I mean, the secret security chief, she got grilled by Congress yesterday. She got told that she was full of shit right in Congress. I mean, that's not really that's news, right? That's hilarious news. Putting sanity back in Canada's drug policy. Trudeau, I can speak to this. Trudeau's way of dealing with addictions and drug addiction is to give people who are addicted to substances like me. Like I was addicted to, I was a big time alcoholic, right? And we're talking years. So they have this safe drug policy. It's not working out. No. I've been sober now and going into fourth full day of detox. I feel amazing. I feel great, but the solution would not have been to keep drinking. Oh no. Moving on. Not really much else. There's a fatal crash involving a family of 3 in Toronto. Oh, Markham shooting and arson at the same time at a home. SIU investigating crash involving a cruiser and an ATV in North York. And that's basically it. I mean, the rest of them, they're just local stories. Shots fired at a Richmond Hill home, though. What's happening in Toronto? Toronto's gone to absolute shit. Yep. No one's safe in Toronto. You're not safe out west here either. No, we have the threat of wildfire out here. That, let me tell you guys something. It kind of scares the shit out of me, to be honest. If a wildfire is coming out like that, and it just with the way the dry conditions are out west here, that can be scary business, right? You gotta be prepared, have your documents ready. Myself, I'm gonna be getting it to go some stuff to go ready to go, just in case. You never know. You just never know. I mean, the wildfire can be miles away from you at this point, but who's to say some idiot's not going to be careless on their campsite near your area or be driving down the highway, right? And they smoke. I don't smoke, but they smoke and they flick their cigarette butt out. And with the extreme dry conditions it is, our fields will light up like a matchbox. Yeah, they will. Like you go out for a drive in the country and you can see it. You can see how dry it is. Everything, it's so dry. Okay. There hasn't been enough water in the ground to prevent something like this from happening. So it can happen anywhere. Right? It's sparking up all over Alberta so far. Calculations this morning, we don't have an accurate number, but right now it's 500 fires currently in BC and Alberta combined. Wow. That is a lot. That's more than a lot. That's too many. So be prepared if you live in Alberta, all right? Gotta have that morning coffee. Gonna give you guys some very, very helpful advice if you live here in Alberta. Today is gonna be the day you take a suitcase and you pack almost, I'd say at least 3 to 4 days worth of clothes. Yeah. Get your important documents, have them in that suitcase, ready to go. I.e., your passport, your driver's license, birth certificate, social, stuff like that. Okay. Get it all together because we don't know for sure. Like I said, we don't know for sure if something can pop up just because those fires are where they are now. That's uncontrollable fires. They're they're wildly out of control, and fires can pop up now anywhere here in Alberta. It is very key and important because in a time of panic, if you're panicking, you're not gonna have that checklist focused. You're gonna miss something on that checklist. I guarantee it. Okay. For the next, it's not gonna harm yourself just for the next. You can keep that suitcase open. Okay. And you can keep reusing those clothes. I'm just saying in that suitcase at least have 4 to 5 days worth of clothing so that if you have to close it and go, you close it and go. There's no hesitation. When they give the order and that you got to evacuate or there's a potential for you to evacuate, you can grab your stuff and go. You're already ahead of the game from everybody else because when everybody tries to leave all at once and people aren't prepared, traffic jam happens, chaos happens, people panic sets in with everybody. Yep. Anxiety sets in large. Your heart rate goes through the roof. It's always good to be prepared, especially now, especially this year, especially. I don't ever remember Jasper National Park being under an evacuation order. No, not in 10 years. So if it can happen there, it can happen anywhere here in Alberta. No. Okay. Keep in mind, uh, you're going to want to, when you do leave, you're going to want to try and avoid a major road out of there. Or if you're in a larger town or a bigger town, you're going to want to avoid the main street out of town. Take the back roads through town and then hit the highway through there. Okay. Avoid all the traffic riffraff. Okay. Because everybody, the, the folks that are not conscious about it and don't have plans and they're not from around here and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people who are not from here. They're not familiar with this kind of environment. They're going to be hitting the main streets and they're going to take in all the main roads. If you know some back roads that'll get you to a main road, take it. You know the back streets, take them. That's going to be the safest way out of here. Because if you get stuck in traffic and you don't have enough fuel, then what? You're going to be sitting there and you're going to be constantly looking at the fuel gauge and you're going to be looking at the traffic all around you and panic is going to set in even more. And you're going to lose it. Last night, yesterday, as far as I know, there's sections of Highway 16 that are still closed because the fire is now consumed over the highway. So that's not good. Anything and everything can happen. Keep up to date on the alerts. I'll try to keep you guys up to date with another live stream probably this afternoon when I know more. These kind of things, you need a few hours to actually. The firefighters need to assess the situation, satellite imaging, wind speeds need to be calculated. I need to take a look at the weather network today and find out where the jet stream's going and what potentially areas could be affected. Because what areas will be affected by this fire will ultimately be done by winds, the wind speed, where the wind direction is going to go, because that will fuel the fire and it'll push the fire even faster. It'll make the fire grow, right? And the thing is, um, this area of Jasper that's on fire, that's fresh forest. So the fire is able to jump from tree to tree to tree to tree to tree to tree to tree. We're on like Fort McMurray, when there was another fire threatening Fort McMurray earlier this year. Um, it wasn't, they were able to combat it a lot easier than when that fire actually came to the town. I think that was 2016. Yeah, that was devastating. I was up there before, during, and after, and it's not cool. Pray for the folks that are evacuating Jasper. Pray for any of the folks that are evacuating communities out of Alberta and BC. All right, wildfires is no joke, everybody. If any of you are not familiar with what a wildfire does, it's just like a tornado, but a lot worse. It destroys everything in its path. And it's not like a tornado. It just won't skip over your house or maybe skip over your neighborhood and won't affect you. No, 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 no. When a fire is coming towards you, and if there's nothing stopping it, it's going to burn everything in its path. Everything. Gas stations, you name it. So you got all these safety factors take into place. Think about it, right? If you're in a town, your town has fuel stations, your town has, you know your town, right? And if you, especially if you know your town is run mostly off of gas, natural gas as well, you gotta get the hell out of there. Because as soon as it hits the fuel depots, man, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you can't stop that kind of stuff, an explosion. When right now, it we've got overcasted skies, we can smell the smoke. We're definitely going to be smelling the smoke later. That's for sure. It'll definitely settle in. Probably Calgary will settle in too, but it's no joke. Please, last night I had mentioned, if you have friends or family, uh, you know, anybody that you know you can help out, give them a call, give them a ring, because it's a little chaotic right now for those folks. Okay, because they literally, if they were to come anywhere around the top part of Edmonton, they have a 14-hour drive around, because a section of the Trans Canada is closed because there's a wildfire on it right now. So that highway is going to be we don't. I can guarantee you that asphalt's done. Yeah, that asphalt will be nothing. Yeah, that'll be liquefied down into the ground, likely. Wildfire is hot, 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 hot. If you can, I'm not saying open up your doors to strangers, but if you know of any of your friends that live in the Jasper area and they're an evacuee, and you have the space, offer to put them up in the house, right? Offer to bring them in, right? You'll give them a sense of security. At least they'll know they have a place to go. Unfortunately, one of the Métis chiefs was saying this morning that from one of the northern Alberta communities, I forget, I had mentioned it earlier, they still have folks sleeping in their cars waiting for accommodation. Okay, that's not cool. You don't want to be sleeping in your car in plus 30, and plus 30 is basically like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you just imagine? That would be unbearable. Okay, I'd take my chances and sleep outside at that point, right? There's going to be a lot of families that have their lives uprooted, destroyed, right? If you can, there's going to be donations. I know it's tough times and whatnot, but the donations are going to have to come in sooner than later at some point. Please be respectful to these folks. They're going through a very traumatic time in their lives. I could not imagine what it's like to have to pack up and have to have the constant worry, is my home gonna burn? Like, is everything I own gonna go? As I know I may not own a lot of things, but home is home, and I've worked my butt off for the things I have now that I've had to build up in the last 4 years. It would be devastating to lose it all over and then have to file claims, try to get everything back because there's sentimental things that, and you can't take everything with you. You know what I mean? And those folks that try, there's a lot of folks that are trying that. Liz, what's going on? I'm all right, doing great, sober. Yep, 4 days now. Went through a major detox, doing well. But these folks are having their lives uprooted. Everybody, all right. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Try to be compassionate, caring. If you can donate when the donations come out, try. And any little bit will help. I know when we did the Fort McMurray wildfire stuff afterwards, we were driving up truckloads of water, food, clothing, baby supplies, just stuff. It doesn't even have to be money. There's community centers that us Albertans we'll pull together. Folks from BC will pull together. Uh, geez, it's not looking like a good start to the week, and it's definitely not looking like a good start to August, everybody. But let's stay prayers. I'll update you guys. I'm a little bit uncomfortable today. Had some night terrors last night with still through detox. Last night I actually had a dream that I pissed detox away. Mm, I'm a little bit busy. Okay. I'll double check. Send me a message on WhatsApp because I got to do a couple things right quick. But before I'm going to be ending stream here in about 2 minutes. Uh, yeah. Back to the part of the detox part. I had a dream last night that I pissed away detox. Yeah, that I had gone and what do you call it? I had a case beer and I had started drinking it, right? And I don't know why I'm having those. Well, I do know why I'm having those dreams. Uh, hang on, I don't have. Well, I do have the WhatsApp right in front of me now. And the night terror was I kept drinking and drinking for some stupid reason, and then I felt like I pissed it all away, right? Liz, you're gonna have to hang on. UK, right? +44. I don't know because my phone didn't update about WhatsApp, and I don't. Then I ended up deleting a bunch of shit on there because I wasn't using it. Yeah. So, and I'm not really one for social media anymore. No. Even when I was growing up, there was MySpace when I was growing up, and MSN Messenger. That's what I was used to. As soon as Facebook started taking over our lives, I didn't trust Facebook at all. And Mark Zuckerberg's a Democrat, so you can't trust Facebook. Hell no. I haven't touched Facebook in over a year, Yeah, and I never will again. You see the size of his super yacht and everything else? Well, if you say it in chat, it's going to be nobody's going to see it again. That's the thing. Live chat's different. Live chat doesn't get saved. Only comments get saved. Live chat's not saved. No. So if it's on live chat and you send it right now, I'm waiting and I'll input it in the phone. Then I'll take you can delete the message right off of here immediately. And like I said, as soon as I end stream, it doesn't stay on. No. And then I'll shoot you a message. Damn it. Hang on. See if you got that message. Well, I'll be able to see if you've seen it. Check your WhatsApp. Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so yeah, after the chat, we can chat. Again, cannot stress this enough. If you live in the Jasper National Park area, if you are vacationing in the National Jasper Park area, if you're a vacationer from the United States, from around the world, we do get a lot of people from around the world that comes here. Please, please, please listen up, because this YouTube channel does go locally and it does get picked up right there in the menus. Okay, if you're not from here and you're trying to figure out what's going on, you need to pack your stuff and leave. Okay, you need to get the hell out of there. Get out of the town of Jasper now. Okay, I'm sure the RCMP is going around. Okay, and the Alberta sheriffs. Okay, trying to get folks out, trying to make sure the town's evacuated. The evacuation order went out almost 12 hours ago. All right, please, please, please do not stick around and try and protect your property. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to lose. You are going to lose. You're no match for a forest fire. Let the professionals do their job. Okay. Unless you think you have a fighting chance, but at this point, when they're telling an entire town and an entire area to leave, then that means it's out of control, and that means you don't stand a chance fighting that fire. You standing there in your property with a garden hose is not going to do anything. You're not going to be able to play firefighter. No, these guys are out there with 2-inch lines, okay, and 4-inch lines. You know, your little garden hose is like not even half an inch, right? At best. Okay, what do you think that's going to do? You're not going to pump out enough water. A raging wildfire will just jump from tree to tree to tree and surround your property line. And once you're surrounded on a property line, good luck getting out. You won't get out. Then you're going to be trapped, then you will die. I'm trying to save lives. Okay, some of you don't know exactly what to do. Some of you are going to panic, and some of you are going to sit there and go, I'm going to stay here and fight for my home. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please, please, please. Just take whatever personal belongings you can with you, clothing, important documents, and get out of Dodge. All right? Don't take the chance. Please don't take the chance. It's not worth the risk. Fire is no joke, and fire stops at nothing. Fire has no mercy. That's the update I have for everybody. It's a short live stream, like I said, 35 minutes. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. I know it was a small stream, so I didn't think I'd get a lot of folks tuning in because it's kind of early. I will do another live stream later on today. Like I said, we'll do another quick update and we'll go over some of the things that are happening. By the way, for you Leaf fans, we're in Montreal October 9th for the start of the hockey season. It's so far away. What am I supposed to do? It's like a little over 2 months. Oh, I guess I can tune into hockey camp highlights, or I'll find something. Rock some NHL 24. Liz is going to be live in a little bit. Cool. I'll tune into that. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm going to make myself another coffee. You all should too. It's going to be a long day. I'll tell you guys what, I'm going to be keeping 6 on that Jasper incident, on the Jasper wildfire. Make sure that we got information on that so that everybody stays up to date. And I wish everybody a safe and blessed day. I know this world's kind of, it's 2:58 p.m. Well, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning here, Mountain Standard Time. Yeah. So in this ever-changing world, right, that seems to be going bonkers. Our world seems to be lit on fire right now, if you ask me. Yeah. Canada's pretty much a dumpster fire. America's pretty much a dumpster fire. France is a dumpster fire. Dare I ask what happens next? Who knows? It seems like we're strapped in on a roller coaster ride right now, and we can't get off of it. Yep. And it's like, no matter what you do, we can't do nothing. But a friend that I tune into last night had mentioned something also. With all the stuff that's going on in the world, don't surround yourself with the hate. Oh, I've heard about news. Oh yeah. I keep in touch. I keep in touch on the news. I watch everything, but you guys got to understand, mainstream media doesn't let you see what you're supposed to really truly see. And oh yeah. Yep. And I'd say pretty sooner than later, as soon as Trump's back in, things are going to change in Canada. Things will change in the UK. Things will change all over the world. Yeah. Hopefully. But here's the thing. I want to help pass this important message along, because I was listening to a friend of mine last night speaking about it, and it's true. All right. Happy Taco Tuesday, V. Welcome to the channel. Do not hold a grudge. Okay. Yeah. I had one too when I was hearing what he was saying last night. I thought, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to drop all my hate too, because I've been holding on to hate um, from what happened from 4 years ago, right? And I've been holding on to a lot of hate from just all of what happened with the whole vaccine stuff, and everybody who ended up turning their backs, and friends and family that I lost, not by life, but just lost because they're vaccinated. I'm not. Now I'm the black sheep of the family. No one talks to me. They all thought I was psychotic. Yeah, they thought it was crazy. Like, you need to get vaccinated. You're gonna die if you don't. Don't talk to me if you're not vaccinated. Okay, cool. Takes stress out of my life. All I'm saying is this: don't hold on to grudges. Don't hold on to that stuff. Focus on the good stuff. Focus on you. Focus on your future. Because if you're always living in the past and you're gonna hate and hate and hate, it's gonna slow you down from doing the things that your goals that you want to accomplish. All right, that's just a fact. I'm learning it still. Oh yeah, I was holding on to a lot of anger, hate. I pretty much just let it go last night after hearing that message. I'm like, he's got point. There's no point in getting mad at even your government because there's nothing you can truly do about it except for vote. Make sure you vote, right? Get out there. You don't like the Democrats? Get out there and make sure your ass votes Republican. No, there's something really cool I do want to play. And this is a fact. Okay. I grew up in the hood. You want to hear something? Check this out.
Say President Trump, my president. This is just a suggestion. This is just my opinion, bro. Because you have a lot of people out there that love you. And it's obvious that the CIA and all these alphabet agencies don't like you. They don't want nothing to do with you. They don't want to protect you. They don't want nothing. Go to the hood. Go get you about 30 to 40, maybe 50 of them ghetto ass, excuse my French, I don't care if they white, black. And on the day before, you give them mugs a particular color to wear to protect you. I promise you, that won't ever happen again. Because as paranoid as the cats in the hood are, that dude would have never got up on that roof. I promise you. Don't let these people protect you because they didn't want you out there in office in the first place. So you know what? I'll be more than happy to stand up there for you. You're dead. Just my opinion.
Facts. I grew up in the hood. Spent most of my life in the hood. Matter of fact, I was in the hood till 2020. That's one of the most safest places to be. Want to know what the most scariest place to be is? Suburbs. Yeah. I mean, it's not even about the fact that there's no cops around. There's not even a police station anywhere near you. Fire station's not even anywhere near you. And an ambulance station's not anywhere near you. But in the hood, there's a cop shop close by. Oh, fuck yeah. There's an army of fucking cops close by. Not to mention, everybody in the hood knows everybody. Okay? You got that one guy around there. He's nicknamed Hood News. Okay? You can look at that. The one guy be like, yo, Hood News, come here. Hood News, come here. Yo, what's good? What's the 411? What's the 411 on that guy right there? He just moved in, right? What's he at? Right? Hold on. I'll go check it out, right? You could send Hood News to go do anything. But that was the thing. In the hood, we protect each other. We're there as a community for each other. We're there in our times of need, especially food banks, giving back to the community, okay? And you definitely don't want to mess with somebody in the hood. No. Because you're going to mess with somebody in the hood, you're going to get about 5, 6 guys coming out and going, yo, what's going on, right? Because they have their windows of the houses open, stuff like that. They hear everything. And as soon as there's commotion in the hood, everybody wants to know what's going on. Everybody wants to know what's good. Everybody going to be out the doors checking it out. You're going, yo, what's going on? What's going on down there? Yo, what's good? Yeah, everything good down there? Kind of thing. Kind of miss those days. Yeah, it's kind of creepy living in like a. It's a weird neighborhood. I'd rather live in the hood. Yeah, but that's just me. Yeah, that guy had facts. I mean, if you had a bunch of us guys from the hood who were paranoid and stuff like that. I mean, in my hood in Calgary, my house backed off onto a really big park. Okay. And there's this great big stone wall, my neighbor's house, etc. Right? Anyways, there's a pathway that walks for the public past the house as well. Okay. Past my place. But the thing is, the teenagers, they would gather there and sometimes, like gangsters that we don't even know, different hoods, whatever. They'd hang out at the park, they'd sit up on the wall, they'd try to, do their drugs, drinking, whatever. I'd have to go out there and be like, yo, get the fuck out of here right now. I'll beat your ass. Yeah. You think I'm fucking around? Hang on a second. Let me go get my hockey stick, okay? You're going to see how far I can shove this hockey stick right up your ass, probably out through your mouth, kicking out your teeth. You say something to somebody like that, and they look at you, and I'm like, you stare at them right in the eyes, and I'm like, dude, I'm serious. Like, look where you are. Look where you live, right? Bro, don't even test me, okay? Yeah. You got to be strong to live in the hood. Yeah. Some of you wouldn't survive. Yeah. I told somebody at work one time where I lived, in what neighborhood. They went like that. I would have never guessed. Yeah. It's not like I go around bragging about it either. Anyways, before I get into too many stories, I'm out of here. Okay. Take care, everybody. Have a safe and blessed day. I'll try to give you guys an update later on. And go check on your neighbors, please. Your seniors in your community. You know who they are. If you know your neighbors, you know who your seniors are. It's extremely hot this week. Please go check on them. Okay. Just do a friendly knock on doors. Like, hey, it's me, so and so, right? Your neighbor from across the street. I'm just checking to see if you need any water, if you need anything, right? If you're hydrated. Are your fans working properly? Is there something I can do to help you right now? Okay. Take care of each other, because we have to take care of each other. We need to rely on each other. Community is number one. We've gotten so far away from that kind of mentality and upbringing that this is why the world's in such chaos right now. Yeah. Because we're not pulling together. And a lot of us just turn around and just sucked it up and just went along with that whole bullshit. While too many people are standing up now, the world's going to change, right? The woke ship is sinking. Yep. The left have hit the iceberg. See, the left are on the Titanic. Democrats and the liberals, okay? And their ship's going along, and here's the iceberg. They don't see the iceberg. They only see the tip of the iceberg, okay? Well, they're not paying attention, so they crash into it, okay? They crashed into the conservatives and to the Republicans. They definitely crashed into the iceberg when they tried to assassinate Donald Trump. Now the Democrat ship is slowly starting to sink, and the liberals are on that ship with them. And sooner than later, it's going to go up, split like that. The liberals will split, the Democrats will split, just like the Titanic, and then it's going to flounder. Bye-bye. And then you can kiss Democrats ever being in office ever again, especially after the head of it's on the tip of my tongue right now. Secret Service, right? With her being the head of Secret Service and the lies, right? The Democrats are now tarnished. They're tarnished for life. They likely will never get back in office, at least for a good 10 to 12 years. Their reputation is garbage. It's toasted. It's toasted, and so is the liberals. It's completely destroyed. And Trudeau, you're on a vacation in BC. You have a job to do, asshole. You shouldn't be on vacation when people are homeless, and you shouldn't be wasting our tax-paying money flying around on your jet, okay? When you have real problems to deal with. You didn't earn a vacation. No. You have not earned a vacation at all. Period. Zip. You haven't earned a vacation the last 2 years. I'll tell you something, Justina Trudeau. In my lifetime, I've taken 2 vacations, okay? One time, I had a 10-year gap. I was forced to take vacation in 2018. And that was to the Philippines. Okay? My ex, or the wife at the time, right? Whatever you want to call her. Now I don't know what, but she was the one that forced me. How many years has it been? Almost 10 years. No, you're going on vacation. and I had to take a month vacation. But I had worked for it. I had worked years for it. Trudeau hasn't done anything in years except for spend our money stupidly, go around doing stupid photo ops, smiling at people, thinking he's great. Well, you just showed the world that you're just a raging lunatic and you can't be trusted. You've got that face everybody just wants to punch. You've got too many scandals going on, and you've basically burned the country to the ground. You have. The country's in shambles. All right. The country's in shambles, everybody. And the prime minister's on vacation. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything's going to get solved. The prime minister's on vacation. He's got everything under control. Yeah. There's an emergency situation, evacuees and whatnot going on. If I was prime minister, my top goal right now would be boots on the ground. I'd be on the ground with the evacuees, making sure that things in BC and in Alberta right now are handled properly. That's what a real leader would do. If Donald Trump was president right now and there was wildfires happening in his states and he knew that there was people stranded and sleeping in cars and whatnot, that man would be on his jet and he'd be over there in a heartbeat. And he'd be tossing money around everywhere. You see Trudeau doing that? No. Trudeau's spending our money, stealing our money. He's not going to give it to us. What infuriates me, why I bring this up right now, is because with all the money that he sent to Ukraine, all right, I don't have the exact numbers, but it's now almost $1 billion or over $1 billion in the last, what, 3-year conflict now? Okay. So in those 3 years, all right, we could have had purchased, built, and had in service water bombers in all these places right now that are critical. So if you want to blame anybody for these wildfires, it's Trudeau. Anybody who dies from this, Trudeau, anybody who loses their home from this, it's on you. It's on your head. It's on your shoulders. Yeah, it is. Because we could have purchased more than 50 water bombers and had them in service this year. And this problem wouldn't be happening. Jasper National Park wouldn't be under evacuation at all. No, because you would be able to stick a water bomber at every single small airport in a fire hot zone where we know that fires happen frequently and are more frequent spots to flare up. Not to mention, if you have a fleet that is in a proximity area where they control, they have everything coordinated, what they would do, where they would dispatch from if certain places were on fire, they have more support. And we're talking water bombers. We're not talking about helicopters that are carrying water buckets. We're talking about an actual water bomber. Shake my head. So, closing this out. Like I said, anything that happens, Trudeau, anything that happens to the folks in Jasper and their houses, or if any lives are lost, we're blaming you. And it is on you. While you turn around, jet set around our country, while our country is literally on fire. Okay? And people are losing their homes, and you have the audacity to go and sit there and vacation in BC. You make me sick. You do. You make me sick. You are disgusting. You are an ungrateful human being. You are probably the worst human being on the planet. You're not even worth the skin you're wrapped in. No, you're not. You cannot say that you are worth the skin you're wrapped in. You're not even a man. You're not even a quarter of a man. You're just useless. Utterly useless. But hey, Everything's okay, everybody. Just, let's just sit back and watch our beautiful province burn to the ground, and our beautiful mountain backyard burn to the ground, while this loser, the French frog, turns around and flies all over the place. Yeah, I called him a French frog because that's what he is. He's from Montreal, right? He's French, right? He acts like a frog. He is a frog. He goes ribbit, ribbit, ribbit all over the world with his jet. I just roasted and toasted his ass this morning. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be the only one. I'm very certain these wildfire evacuees are extremely not happy with you, Trudeau. I don't blame them, right? Especially because they know that the money you just spent, the money you've been sending off to another country, to Ukraine. I'm not saying don't help Ukraine, but you massively gave them way too much money. Yeah. You're basically you starved our resources. Last year it was you specifically, Trudeau, that said that you were going to invest over 500 million, was it, in wildfire services? Where is that money? What happened? How come we're in almost a worse state than we were last year? You are pathetic. I swear to God, every home that burns and any life that is lost should be on your shoulders. You should be held accountable for that. Yeah. And God will hold you accountable for all of it. Because you were supposed to take that money, invest in our people, invest in Canada, invest in the forest fire industry, in our firefighters, give them the water bombers that they need and the equipment, more advanced equipment that they need. Instead of making a photo op speech about it last year, kind of like your housing, right? Your affordable housing. There is no affordable housing in Canada, asshole. There's zero affordable housing in Canada. Everything has gone the fuck up. Yeah. I got friends back home in Ontario that they're going to go and renew their mortgage. Their mortgage is almost going to be doubled next year, and even 2 years from now. And they're not going to be able to afford that if life's unaffordable now. Let me know in the comments, everybody. After the live stream, I'm putting this up there. Okay. Justina Trudeau's a joke. We all know that. Let's demand, let's put so much pressure on Trudeau that we need to force him to resign. Oh, and by the way, where's Biden? Anybody seen Biden? Huh? Biden? 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 No? See, Biden disappeared. Right? He like poof into thin air. I don't want to make any speculations, but kind of makes you wonder, is that guy even alive? Nobody's seen him since. They say he had COVID right before Donald Trump assassination attempt was done. And then afterwards, right, just this past weekend on a Saturday, he turns around. He's the only president turn around and tell the world that he's dropping out of the race, tell the country he's dropping out of the race, and being president by a statement, by a piece of paper. Yeah. Weird, right? And we haven't seen or heard from him since. And Kamala Harris spent a hell of a lot of time with Joe. It's like almost senior citizen abuse, the way she was treating him. I wouldn't be surprised if she poisoned him or something. Or she denied him some kind of medical access or something happened to him and they're keeping it hush hush, right? And they're trying to figure out what to do about it. But I mean, he's out of the picture. They can roll with their agenda. You know what I mean? It just makes it very, very suspicious that you haven't seen or heard from that man since. Okay? And no president has ever turned around and addressed the nation by stepping down for running for president by handing in a note, right? That's like going to your boss, and not having the balls or the courage to tell your boss, "Hey, by the way, I found a better job. I'm giving you 2 weeks notice." Right? You verbally come out and say it. You don't just hand him a piece of paper as well. I mean, you can, but you don't just hand him a piece of paper, walk away. Or you don't just send a text message to your boss, be like, "Hey, by the way, I'm not coming into work anymore." That's basically what Biden did. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to run in the presidential race anymore. I'm just giving up." Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I went from being stubborn. I think, see, call me a conspiracy theorist or not. Maybe I need a tinfoil hat. But when he kept ranting and ranting and ranting that he wasn't going to give up, I'm pretty sure they turned around and said, "We got to do something about him. We got to do something about him quick. We got to make him disappear." Makes sense, right? Because that man wasn't giving up. No. Just like Justina Trudeau starts screaming in the mic, "I will be your next prime minister. I have much work to do." Motherfucker, you don't do no work. I've done more fucking work for this country in the last 9 years than you have, asshole. Matter of fact, most Canadians have done more work than Justina Trudeau has done. Justina Trudeau doesn't do any work. All he does is manipulate policies so that illegal immigrants can flood into our country and take our jobs. By the way, East Indian people get into management positions and only hire East Indian people. That's not being racist. East Indians, you are fucking racist. You are the most racist motherfuckers on the planet. You know that? East Indian people are hugely racist towards white people. And you wonder why we hate you. You wonder why we have hate towards you. You wonder why we dislike you. Look at your stores. They're being replaced by white people or by East Indians, right? They bring in an East Indian manager. What do they start hiring? East Indians. They start pushing out the white people. They start pushing out the black people. They're only going to bring in East Indians to work there. You think I'm joking? I know a few establishments that I could go around in this city, and I can show you guys exactly what I mean. And I can get a detailed verbal testimony of someone who worked in a place where an East Indian was manager, and slowly they kept pushing out the white people, making up excuses to fire them and setting them up to be fired, and then instantly replacing them with only their own people, only East Indian people. Yeah, that's not racial discrimination. I say all you managers who are white, you refuse to hire anybody except for white people. White people and black people, sorry. Because us whites and blacks, we're here first. Right? We should be the priority. Whites and blacks were here first. Whites, blacks, and indigenous. Okay? That's how it should go. Well, number one, it should be indigenous. Number two, blacks and whites. It goes like that. Those have been the three dominant races here in North America since I can remember. And now we're getting race dominated by East Indians and Asians. And the Asians are doing the same thing too. Yeah. The Asians are only turning around and hiring Asian people, and they're kicking out the white people. So the white people have no jobs. Patriotic Hell Diver, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, brother. That's facts, though. Nobody wants to say it. Nobody really wants to get out there and say it. Nobody wants to start up that conversation. Right? I'm doing fantastic, brother. Oh yeah, I feel great. Got my morning coffee, going on my morning rants. Jasper's on fire, and I'm freaking out. I wanted to go there for a vacation this year. I had plans to go to Jasper for vacation this summer. Can't do that. That's put on hold now. That got put on hold as soon as they ordered an evacuation for Jasper National Park in the town of Jasper to immediately evacuate now. That went out at 9:59 p.m. last night. So likely I'm not going Jasper this year. Yeah. Okay. Talk to you in a bit. You take care. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, and the thing is, I'm not even kidding you guys. All right. I was 2 days away from booking. Yeah. I kept looking and looking and looking and looking. I'm like, okay, if I'll wait till 25th and then I'll book something, and because there's so much to do in Jasper. Okay. So I really had to take the time and focus on what I want to do: the helicopter ride and the gondola and that skywalk where it's glass and you're like way up, and I'm terrified of heights, but hey, the experience is once in a lifetime. But I don't know if I'm gonna get to I don't know what kind of beautiful experience I'm gonna have in Jasper now. I didn't even I've been up I've been over to Banff National Park. I've been to Lake Louise, right? Lake Louise is in the background on my channel. That place is one of the most, yeah, that place is beautiful as well. Like all of Alberta is beautiful, but I didn't Jasper was the only place I've driven past Jasper on the highway, right? Heading into BC when I take loads to Vancouver and stuff, but I never got to go into town, experience it like I did with Banff or Lake Louise. So I'm praying for everybody from Jasper. Please have them in your prayers too, please. And any of the other, I'm sorry if I didn't mention anybody else's. Who else is anybody who's evacuating? Okay, in BC and Alberta, please pray for them, and please do what you can for them. Okay, reach out. I'm out of here. It's been over an hour. This live stream was only planned for 30 minutes. Nothing goes as planned with me. No, that's why I never turn around and schedule when I'm going to do the live stream, because anything and everything can happen in my life. Yep. I'm out of here. Stay safe. God bless. Thank you for listening and putting up with me for an hour. Okay. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the support. Have a great day. Comment in the comments if you want. Helldiver, praying, power of prayer. That's every little bit helps. Even prayer. Power of prayer is solid. I'm always praying for all of you over there because I know you have civil unrest over there pretty much in the UK. And it's spreading like wildfire, the civil unrest. I'm not going to be surprised civil unrest is going to break out here in Canada at some point. I mean, eventually there's going to be a boiling point. We're gonna end up pushing out the East Indian. Yep. Because we're getting too flooded with East Indian. Everywhere you look, it's East Indians, Muslims, East Indians. Where are these people from? Why'd you bring terrorists in our country? Right? These people, we don't know who these people are. Like our governments are bringing in random people. They have no clearance, no vet check, no nothing. They're just bringing in random people, calling them refugees, and then sticking them in our streets. And these are the people that are turning around and causing mass violence in our streets. And you wonder why we're getting, like, the bar is only going to get pushed up so far before we push back. Look what happened in Ireland. In Ireland, the citizens of Ireland are like, fuck this, we've had enough of the immigration, and they took to the streets and they started running out the East immigrants, right? The East Indians, they started going to war with them right off the bat. It's going to happen in the United States, it's going to happen in Canada, it's going to happen in the UK, because our countries cannot take this. We have too much of an influx of you. Number one, you don't belong here because you were led here on false pretenses. Okay. Number two, a lot of you don't belong here. You're on a student visa doing a loophole, and you know it. And you're trying to stay here, and you try to claim that you have the same rights here as us when you're not even citizens. You're not even from this country, and you just got here. You do not have the same rights as us at all. Not even close. You don't even have the right to vote, right? You have the right to piss in a pot if we say so, okay? You're lucky to be in our country, period. That's it. And I got a message for all you East Indian managers out there who are only hiring East Indian people, okay? That is racism. You can and will be sued. I will be an advocate for white people to go back on the employers that have fired and pushed out white people to replace them with East Indian people, and we'll claim racism, and we'll start putting cameras in your businesses, and we'll start documenting, and we'll start asking you guys the hard questions, right? Exactly. And Patriotic Helldiver is nailing that one right on the coffin, right? That's a nail on the coffin right there. Just because you're an immigrant, you do not get more rights than us. We built our country with blood, sweat, and tears, okay, and strength, and have fought wars for our freedom. So if you want to piss off hardcore patriotic people like myself, keep up what you're doing, because eventually there's going to be a boiling point, because right now this is where we're at. It's about to tip over. It's already tipped over in Ireland, like I said, and it's starting to tip over in the UK, and eventually it'll tip over in the United States, and then it's going to tip over in Canada, right? And we will get you off our streets. We will. Mark my words. Especially when you're coming over here, and most of you East Indians and Palestinians and Muslim people are sitting there chanting free, free Palestine, and you're chanting terrorist comments, you're chanting terrorist hate, and you're wearing the hijab or whatever the fuck you're wearing, and you're chanting Muslim hate or whatever the fuck you're chanting. Get the fuck out of our country. I have a message for you. If you don't leave our country soon, we're going to force you to leave. We'll force you guys. We'll go at you battle to battle, just like they're doing in Ireland. We'll come at you in the streets. Mark my words, we will come at you in the street. You want to chant, you want to start burning our shit down, you want to come into our country, start ruining our stuff, ruining our monuments, ruining our schools, threatening our neighborhoods. It's about time all of us stand up and start doing something about it, everybody, because the badges aren't doing shit. They're just standing there watching. So we as the citizens, we as the people, it's on us. It's on the onus. Let's do like the Irish do. Right? Nope, it's not. I'm not being racist. I hate everybody equally. Okay? I don't hate everybody. I'm just saying it doesn't matter what kind of race, background, color you are. We're all human beings. I see you just the same. But when I see an influx of one culture coming into my country, and that culture turning around and pushing my culture around and telling my culture what to do when they don't even belong here in the first place, they just got here. And then they're going to start manipulating our system. They're going to start draining our resources. All of a sudden, they get free money, they get free housing and everything else, and they're not even from here. And you're saying, come on over from another country, just come here and we'll give you free money, we'll give you free housing, don't worry. I mean, look at New York, look at all across the United States. Eventually we're going to get fed up. Civil war is going to happen. If you don't believe me, well, it's a ticking time bomb, everybody. It's only a matter of time. They keep flooding in the immigrants, right? They keep flooding in these illegals, and eventually we're going to have to take it upon ourselves as citizens to push back and take these illegals and drive them out of our country forcefully if we have to. Load them up on trucks, hog tie them, go into the streets. We need to arm ourselves. We will go into the streets and we will do the job for the police. We will show the police force that they are pathetic. The police forces right now, if you're guarding anybody to do with free Palestine and all that bullshit and that terrorism chance, I have no respect for those police officers, and those officers are garbage. Okay? Those officers are pathetic, and you know it. And we, the power of the people, guess what? We overpower them. We overpower the police. So if enough of us get together in the street, we can overpower the police, and then we can go after the Palestinian protesters, and then we could just either beat the shit out of them in the street or either drag them off the street and haul them off onto buses, take those buses to the nearest airport, put them on a plane, and ship them back to their own country. Get them the fuck out of here. They don't belong here if they're turning around and destroying our things in this country. That's not what our country's about. And equal rights does not mean extra things for non-whites. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you know what equal rights is? If you come to this country, you're supposed to be able to support yourself for your schooling in this country. You're not even supposed to be working. No, you came here as a student, not here to work, right? Came here to study. But I know of 2 East Indian girls that I busted 3 years ago. They were here on the biggest scam from India. Tried telling me that they were going to school and everything. So I looked up their school and shit like that. I was like, your school is bogus. So I will be reporting that to Canada. I said, you're working full time. So you're taking jobs away from Canadians. Well, we have the right to work. No, you don't. You're here on a student visa. You don't have the right to have a full-time job. A Canadian citizen has a right to a full-time job before you do. A citizen of this country, we have our rights. We know our constitutional rights. Too many of you Canadians and Americans are making me sick. You're pathetic. You need to do a reflection right now. You need to look at yourself and go, am I patriotic? Do I love my country? Yeah. Okay. So I'm not just going to bow my head and keep my mouth shut about mass immigration anymore. Because if it keeps up and it keeps up and it keeps up and it keeps up, there will be a tipping point. We either take the tipping point to them right now and start it now. We should give the government till the end of the week, both of us, both our countries, both Canada and the United States, and UK. All right. We should give our government until the 26th. No. Yeah. Friday, July 26th is the deadline. If the governments won't do anything about it, then we, the people, are going to start organizing groups. We're going to get together. We'll take to the streets and we'll go handle our business. We'll go handle our business. This is our neighborhood. This is our country. We're not going to let intruders turn around and run our neighborhoods, are we? Especially foreign people that we don't know, terrorists at that. You want that? Think about this. Think about this. Do you want your kids disappearing? Or being murdered in the street or raped? Huh? Perfect. Helldiver? Yeah, if you live in an urban area though, there are mass coming in. Mass. That's why I'm getting out of the urban area. I don't want to live in an urban area where it's mass East Indian everywhere. Yeah. It just makes me sick. I look around and I have no like for any of you. None. I have no respect, no tolerance for any of you. You don't respect our country, you drain our resources, and you're ignorant, you're rude, and you speak a different language. You're here in this country, speak English, learn English. You speak a different language in front of my face, I'm going to call you a racist. I'm going to tell you, you need to learn how to speak English. I'm going to tell you, shut the fuck up and speak English or get the fuck out of my country. You can speak your own little language in your own house with your own little people. But when you're out there in the socialized world, you don't go speaking your language in front of English people like that and thinking you don't think that's rude. Well, then we can sit there and be like, I don't like your hijab. I don't like the way you smell. Maybe you should put on some fucking deodorant. Maybe you should go wash and take a shower. You dirty little grease ball. How about that? I know you guys run and say shit about whites. You East Indians are the most racist people ever. Let's not forget, you cannot trust East Indian people. East Indian people can't be trusted. I'll tell you why. Okay? You can't trust East Indian people. Nice to see you, TSD. I'm telling you something. Most East Indian people, the thing is, they came to Canada, they did a huge scam, CRA scam, a few years back. And they were calling people, all right? And it was in 2016, 2017. They were calling people, they were scamming people left, right, and center. Scamming seniors, they still have scams going on. They set up shop here in Canada, they do scams, and then they get away with it? No, these are East Indian people. These are scammers. Most of them, the majority of them are scammers. Granted, there is a very small few percentage of East Indian people who want to come over here and have a better life and get their education, granted. But most East Indian people are just scamming pieces of shit that try to run our country into the ground, to try to scam us for our money. They take advantage of Canadians and Americans, okay? And they sit there, oh, sir, listen, your insurance needs to be renewed, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, all right? Go work at the Quickie Mart, all right? Quit scamming people, right? I'm not racist, right? That's a reaction to, they want to be racist towards white people. I know the shit that East Indian people say about white people. Actually, the most racist thing the East Indian people are doing in my country is firing and pushing out white people and only hiring East Indian people. And there's two establishments that I can expose personally to prove my point. And once I get them, that'll go viral massively, because then we can question it. I'll question the manager. I'll be like, you're an East Indian owner, right? How come there's only East Indian workers here now, when you used to have half your workforce was whites? And I've been coming there. I was going there for the last 2 years. 2 years. And the one person told me, he goes, they don't like white people here. They're trying to get rid of us. I was like, dude, what? He's like, yeah. Because I said to him, I said, I haven't seen you in a little while. What have you been up to? He goes, they cut my hours. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they started to cut my hours first, and now they're complaining about my work. I'm like, dude, you've been here for like probably longer than I've been coming here. And he's like, yeah, but they don't like white people. They're racist towards white people. And that's a fact. So, East Indian people, I challenge you. I will challenge you right now. Put it up in the comments. Is it true that you only hire East Indian people, that you refuse to hire white people? Are you racist towards white people? Do you not have a hate towards white people? Yes, you do. Racism goes both ways, but racism only gets started when you turn around and you come into our country and you start shit with us. And I'm not being racist, because I will call you on your racist bullshit. I'm allowed to call freedom of speech. I was born here. I'm a Canadian citizen, and most of you East Indians are not citizens. You do not have the right to tell me what to do. You do not even have the right to refuse a Canadian citizen who wants to work. You do not have the right to refuse them a job, because that's complete racism. And it's about time us Canadians, we just go in with our cameras and our phones and we just start exposing these businesses who have turned around and pushed out white people, and demand that there be a change, and demand that they be charged with racism. Demand that those businesses be fined for racism. Oh yeah, we're going to start a movement, people. I'm going to be an advocate for it. Don't worry. Yeah, we got this. Don't worry. Bam Bam's on the case. I'll never give up either. I got a big fucking mouth, right? And hey, they know I got nothing to lose and I got God on my side, right? So, yep. Yep. I don't mind treating people equally when you come into this country. I agree with you. All right. It's when you come into this country and you expect to have all the rights that I have, and you expect the right to vote, and you're draining our resources, and you expect everything for free, and you expect that you're going to change our way of life and our culture. When you start trying to change our way of life, yeah, I got a problem with you. But when you come to this country, you want to learn English, you want to study, you want to make a better life for yourself, and you want to adapt into the culture, and you want to be a part of our culture, great. Welcome aboard. It's you motherfuckers that come into this country and it starts shit, and you go, I don't like your national anthem. I don't like it being sung in school. I don't like this. I don't like that. I need this changed. I'm offended. If you're offended, pack your shit and get the fuck out of here. It's about time people say it. I'm going to say it. Pack your shit, get the fuck out of our country if you don't like our culture. Canada and the United States, let's take our culture back. Let's start changing these stupid ass policies that they changed in the first place. Let's get our 10 commandments back up in the school, all right? Yeah, back up in the classroom. Let's get the 10 commandments up there. Let's get our flags back in the classroom, and let's get the national anthem being sung and played every single morning at 8 o'clock before morning announcements again. Have a safe and blessed day. Bam Bam's out.